What we developed was a technology that was designed to automatically identify the severe AS phenotype. And when I say phenotype, I'm really talking about the set of abnormalities that go together in severe aortic stenosis. Things like left ventricular diastolic dysfunction, systolic dysfunction, increased filling pressure, left atrial dilatation, pulmonary hypertension, and right heart changes, the so-called cardiac phenotype or the cardiac damage score. So what we decided to do was to develop an AI that used only echocardiographic measurement data, no image analysis required, and to use the aortic gradient, so the peak velocity mean gradient across the aortic valve, plus the rest of the echocardiographic measurement data in order to identify that severe AS phenotype. But the way that we did this was we taught the AI to identify a low aortic valve area, in other words, an aortic valve area less than 1 square centimeter, but ignored everything to do with the LVOT. So no left ventricular outflow tract diameter, no area, no LVOT gradient, no LVOT velocity, etc. Everything to do with the LVOT was suppressed. So the AI had to then identify the aortic valve area, the probability that they had severe aortic stenosis, AVA less than 1 square centimeter from the aortic velocities, plus the rest of the echocardiographic phenotypic data, so the rest of the echo measurements, basically. And we trained it on a massive data set of over 450,000 echocardiograms from the National Echo Database of Australia, and then tested it on 189,000 separate echoes and identified that the AI really was very, very good with an area under the ROC curve of 0.987 of identifying the severe AS phenotype correctly. There were 3 separate outputs. The first one is the green, sort of traffic light green, which is the low probability of the severe AS phenotype, which basically has the same mortality as the baseline population of people having echoes. And then there's the medium probability, which is the orange traffic light, which is the increased risk of severe AS, and also an intermediate but quite high probability of death in the next 5 years. And then there's the severe AS phenotype, which is the red or the traffic light sort of, high risk of the severe AS phenotype. And those people, a lot of those people did meet guidelines for severe aortic stenosis, but not everybody. And in fact, this identified this phenotype of risk that even goes beyond the guidelines. And these people had a very high mortality over the next 5 years or even beyond that. So really what we were able to do with this was identify a phenotype of risk and a phenotype of severe aortic stenosis using the aortic velocities and the rest of the echo data, ignoring LVOT altogether, to then identify not just the gradient severe AS, but the set of abnormalities that occur in cardiac damage that is associated with risk in aortic stenosis. The ideal use of this is during echo reporting by the cardiologist.